party, my daughter looked at my husband and asked, "Daddy, since Miss Lloyd is having your baby, will we live with her?" He placed a perfect piece of steak on my plate and answered softly, "Your mommy and I had a deal. Whoever betrays first disappears. I can't let that happen. So this must stay a secret. Even when the baby comes, mommy must never know." My eyes reddened without him noticing. He didn't know my hearing was restored a week ago. He didn't know I'd learned about his mistress, and he definitely didn't know I'd bought a one-way ticket to volunteer, teach on the remote Seru Plateau in 7 days. Once the paperwork clears, I will vanish from his life forever. I pushed the steak away and stood. My husband, Jackson Grant, immediately stood too, signing, asking what was wrong. "It's late. I'm turning in." I signed back. His friend stopped him. "Let Quinn rest. Cassidy's about to get here. Don't you miss her?" My daughter, Bonnie, tugged his sleeve. "Daddy, I miss Miss Lloyd. Can we not leave with mommy?" Panic flashed across Jackson's face. He frowned at her. "Don't say her name in front of Quinn." "Why, mommy can't hear," Bonnie said. I signed firmly. "I'll go home alone. Stay." I turned and walked out. In the hall, I saw Cassidy Lloyd stride in. Her shoulder slammed into mine, making me stumble. She entered the private room, scooped up Bonnie, and kissed her cheek. Then she slipped into Jackson's arms. He looked at her with a softness I'd never seen. Before he could speak, she rose on her toes and kissed him passionately. One friend rolled his eyes. Still this mushy after months? No one was bothered. Bonnie looked accustomed. Everyone knew. Only I was supposed to be in the dark. As teasing escalated, someone asked when they last hooked up. Jackson looked down, embarrassed. Cassidy answered, thrilled, 2 days ago, in the room next to the main bedroom. My lips moved silently, echoing her words. The room erupted in laughter and cheers. When my name was mentioned, Jackson's smile stiffened. "Don't let this get back to Quinn." His friends laughed louder. Bonnie chirped, "Don't worry, Daddy. Mommy's deaf." Their laughter echoed. I stood frozen outside until a waiter tapped my shoulder. "Excuse me? Need help?" Silence swept the room. All eyes turned to me. Jackson looked panicked, dropping his arm from Cassidy's waist, signing frantically that she was just an old junior from college. He didn't notice her lipstick smeared on his lips, or her hand still gripping his waist. Her eyes screamed victory. I forced a smile. "Just dropping your keys? Have fun." I left the keys and walked out, into the cold emptiness of the street. 5 years ago, we got lost in the Obi Desert. He signed then that if we died together, it would be a fitting end to our love. He promised unwavering love until death. I suppose our road had ended. At home, I collapsed on the bed. The first time I met Jackson, I fell hopelessly for him. I pursued him relentlessly for 3 years. Everything changed the night. A fire-drunk employee attacked him at his company. Everyone else ran. I threw myself in front of him. We were beaten unconscious. I woke up hearing impaired, but it finally stirred his feelings. He held my bloody body, voice shaking. "Let's get married, Quinn." After we were together, my love never waned. His only grew stronger. When Bonnie was born, she saw me as the deaf mom. Jackson spent sleepless nights teaching her sign language so we could communicate. The door lock snapped. I pretended to sleep. He slid in behind me, his hands beginning to roam, his breath warm on my neck. This was how he showed desire. A week ago, my hearing restored. I came home excited to tell them. Then I heard his wild groans from the guest room. My body froze before I could barge in. Bonnie stopped me, muttering, "I don't need you ruining Mommy Cassie's fun." That day, I applied for the Seru Plateau teaching program and booked my ticket. As we promised, the betrayed disappears. Now, as he touched me, all I felt was disgust. I shot upright and shoved him away. He fell to the floor, not angry, but worried. "Quinn, what's wrong?" He signed frantically. "Nothing, just unwell." I signed back. Then, as if remembering, he panicked, signing, "Cassidy is just an old schoolmate. Don't get the wrong idea." I turned away. "I'm tired." A long moment later, I heard him whisper, "I really love you, Quinn. If you ever leave me, I'll die." Tears spilled silently. If he loved me, why betray me?